Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Lagunitas. Hey guys, I'll tell you right off the bat, Heineken owns this brewery now. I don't buy a lot of Lagunitas anymore. I do buy some of their stuff occasionally. I think their Lagunitas Sucks is pretty good, and back in the old days their Hop Stupid was good, and they do make some tasty beers, guys. And I don't consider Heineken, even though that's a big company, it's not part of the big three, the conglomerates over here, the Bud Miller Coors operation. Just like the Morgat, those beers are excellent. They're a big company, so I don't consider Lagunitas part of the big three, even though Heineken owns them. I still think they make some tasty beers. I don't know what influence Heineken has over any of the brewing process. Hopefully none, but it probably does increase their distribution. Lagunitas is a pretty big outfit. They go all over the place, just about in every state probably, I would think. They sent me this one, and they sent me the little poster that goes with it. Lagunitas Brewing, this is their Dark Swan Sour Ale. Sour! We just did a tart one yesterday. Yeah, we did. It says here the malts are two-row malted barley and petite Syrah juice. Yeah, petite Syrah juice. And concentrated grape skins. Hops are Pico and brand spanking new experimental variety out of the Yakima Valley. Yakima Valley grows some awesome, outstanding, world-class hops. Most of the tasty hops come from out there. Says here, observers of yestercentury once doubted the existence of Dark Swan, stating the Firefeather fowl was the only color of its kind. Explorers eventually appended that theory, shocking the world and shining light on the dark. This beer might do just the same. It is a sour ale fermented with dark red wine grapes, giving a uniquely deep, rich, and purple hue. Then it received a signature Lagunitas treatment with a healthy dose of experimental dry hops. This might just shock your taste buds. So, we're going to do two tart sour ales back to back here. One yesterday and one today. So let's see what this is. It's got a nice purple cap, grape color, and it's very dark looking in the beer. The only plus I've got that I'm pretty sure they're still using the Julian code on their bottles here. And this thing is sweating profusely. It's right out of the fridge. I don't even see it because they use black ink on a dark brown bottle with dark beer in it. Virtually impossible to see. And I wish I would change that over and put some kind of month, day, and a year on it. But it is what it is. I appreciate them sending it to me. So let's get on with it. I read to you basically the commercial description on this beer, so there's nothing else we need to talk about. It is an 8.7%, and we will run over to Untapped, and they have no IBUs listed there either, so it is what it is, and they don't tell us there. Usually they do, but they didn't on this one. So, a little bit of hiss, a little bit of smoke, not a lot. And while I'm pouring this, I will tell you ooh, that looks just like grape juice coming out of the bottle. It looks just like grape juice. Cheese is pepper, Monterey pepper jack. Your stronger cheese is Gorgonzola Limburger. And the glassware, the Flute Tulip oversized wine glass. I got my favorite tulip glass, the Solomon beer glass. And this says it can be sour for long periods because it's 8.7%. I don't know of any reason why you could not cellar a sour ale. I don't know what would fade over time on this style of beer, guys. I have not aged a sour ale before. That looks just like either wine or grape juice in the glass. Very deep grape purple color. That's what it looks like. Looks just like grape juice in the glass, guys, except for the little bit of head that's on it. Let's get a nose to it. I'm getting a little bit of hoppiness on there, so that may be the reason they dry hop this beer, why you would not want to sour it, because those hops will fade over time. Nice hoppy aroma. I mean, I'm getting hints of pine, some fruitiness in there, grapes for sure, maybe some oranges. It's got a nice citrusy aroma. Not getting the wild sourness, maybe just a hint of that. But I got a feeling we're going to get it on the taste. It does have a really strong hop profile, guys, so you would probably not want to sour this beer. And like I said, when I come back for the final chug, we'll look at the bottle and see what kind of code is on there. Well, it's that time. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to everybody at Lagunitas. That is not too sour. That is about right for where my palate is. That's nice. To me, it tastes like grape juice with hops. The sour yeast or ale, or sour notes are very subtle. It's there, but it's not like one of those. To me, this tastes like grape juice and a pale ale combined. I'm getting the hops from the pale, or even an IPA, especially somebody like Lagunitas' pale or Sierra Nevada's pale, which are very hop forward. And this says it's dry hop. So you're going to get a stronger aroma and taste from those hops when they dry hop the beer. Very tasty, definitely different. The sourness is not off the chain at all. Appropriate for where my palate is. A lot of people are probably going to say, it doesn't taste like a sour ale to me, or whatever. That's about where my palate is right now. The sourness of this beer doesn't seem to be off-putting or making me make strange, funny faces when I take a drink of it. So, very hoppy grape juice. That's what it tastes like to me. So, let's run out of the fridge and let's take it out and let her taste it and sip on it for just a tad, see where we end up with it. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Looking at the bottle, it's got 154.7, which is the 154th day of 2017. And that was June the 3rd. So, it's about 2 weeks old. Very fresh beer. The sourness of it is about where my palate is as far as sour ales. It's not overpowering. It's not super tart, sour, where I'm making strange faces when I take a drink of it. Like I said, this is a cross between this is basically a dry hop grape juice. And that's what I'm getting from it. A decent beer, but to me, there's probably people that's really going to love this beer. To me, not so much. I think it's a well-made beer, but not something I would probably pick up. I could be straight up honest with you. I do like the dry hop aspect of it, giving it a little bit of hoppy profile. But it's just it's not what I'm after, not what I'm looking for. There's a lot of people that like fruity beers, the cherry, raspberry type beers that made like this. But to me, it's a hoppy grape juice. So, final chug. Decent beer. To me, not outstanding, not even to the A category. That's where I'm going to put it. B plus for me, 88. That's where I'm going to put it. Let's go over to Beer Advocate, and Beer Advocate has it at 88. Imagine that. That's where I'm putting it. And over to Untapped, they have it at 3.87. That's also in their B plus. So it's B pluses all around from everybody, guys. If you've had this new addition to Dark Swan 2017 from Lagunitas, let me know what you think. It was okay beer. Glad I got to try it, but I don't think it's something that I would seek out. Just didn't do that much for me. Like I said, I'm not into the fruity beers, the grapey beers, the raspberry beers, any of those berry beers. But decent. That's where I'm going to leave it. So if you've had this from them, let me know what you think. Come on back tomorrow. Let's go see what's in the fridge.